All right, guys, just wanted to give an update. It's been a few days since the driveway video, and I have been working hard at taking down a few trees and processing the brush, burning up all the stuff that's, the thin stuff, and then keeping bigger stuff for the logs, season those and use those for cooking or whatever. But I can't really expand this pad anymore with the tractor until I get rid of, you can see there's a couple stumps over here where I've cut some things down, some trees down, probably 6 or 7 trees right over here. They were kind of in a little thicket. I did end up cutting this guy down. I really didn't want to, but he was very sickly, as you can see by the bark, and a lot of the branches were dead. So as nice as it was and tall as it was and all that stuff, it just probably wasn't going to last terribly long, and I really didn't want to have a half-dead tree next to a brand new building I'm building. So that kind of decided it for me. This tree right here by the ladder is going to come down, and then I'm going to be able to kind of smooth out the grade that direction. Even though the house, or the start of the house, will be right here, I kind of need to slope it down in that direction. And then I haven't decided yet. There's a couple more trees down here that might need to go, and then one back over there where that step stool is, possibly, and then probably one, the closest one over here that's leaning this direction. Other than that, everything should be good, and I will go to that point. I'll just cut all those down, process the brush, remove the stumps, and then I'll pick back up in the video at that point. Okay, guys, it's been another week and a half, I think, since the last update. I've got 31 hours on the clock on the tractor, and I cut down a few more trees and dug out the stumps. It's very time-consuming work. As you can see here, I have to kind of dig it out by hand and then chop up the roots with an axe, and then kind of push it over with the tractor. So it's a little bit time consuming, but we've got most of them out. There was a massive one right here that took me several days to do, but so we got one right here and one right there, and then we'll basically have enough space for what we're going to do next. I did mark out, I did some more surveying and figuring out where stuff needs to be, and marked a few more trees that are going to have to go. And then all of these here and these here. So that will be roughly 40 feet by 60 feet, which is going to be the footprint of the house. And then I decided I'm going to do a detached garage kind of on the other side of that. But once I get this pad finished, I'm going to bring the RV over here. I'm going to get one of those metal carport things to put over top of it so that it's protected against hail and direct sunlight and stuff like that. So it's a little more tolerable in the summer. But I won't have it indoors, which I wanted to do, but it's just not in the cards. I looked at the covenants, the deed restrictions and stuff for this property, and I can't have the garage where I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna put the house here. There's gonna be the driveway kind of going through, and then the garage is gonna be on the other side. And then I'll probably put some sort of covered deal over top of the, where you walk between the house and the garage. So not ideal, but this is kind of what you have to do when you don't have a whole lot of money and you don't want to take out a gigantic construction loan and a huge mortgage. You just kind of have to do the best you can. And anyway, as you can see, I'm sure you can tell based on the last video that there's been a ton of progress. It's also very time consuming cutting up the logs. I did another burn day today because there was no wind, and there's going to be a lot of wind tomorrow. So I did, you can't see it because I covered it up with dirt, but I did a big burn right there in the hole where a big stump was, and burned up a bunch of brush. So I've kind of just got this pile of evergreen, this big brush pile, and then this mess. So I'm thinking maybe 2 more burn days, and then I'll be completely done with all of the crap that I've knocked down so far. So that'll be good. And I had to move the Starlink over a little bit, and I'm going to relocate the foldable solar panels somewhere else. But yeah, I marked them out with these stakes, these batter board stakes. I forget what they're called. And that's roughly what the garage was going to be, the dimensions of the garage, but I can't do that. So back to the drawing board. Okay, this will be the last update video before the pad is complete. I've done quite a bit more work, mostly with cutting down trees. That was a monster stump that took several days to get out. That was a nightmare. There was a tree there. That tree, I've already kind of damaged the stump, so I'm gonna yank that out with the truck. I will eventually cut down these 2 trees, but not at this phase. I decided against doing that right now because digging up those stumps is killing me, and I don't really need the space right now because I've shifted gears, and I'll talk about this later in the video. So there was also a series of like 5 trees here that I had to dig out. Again, just brutal manual labor. I went ahead and cut these down just so that they wouldn't you know, fall and hit anything when I cut them down later. So I just did it now so that there was no interference. I'm just going to leave the stumps for now, and those little evergreens don't matter. But I'm going to end up burning this brush pile, process all this wood, and then anyway, all of this dirt work, I'm going to get this all smoothed and level. My neighbor's going to come help me with his laser level and get this all leveled out before the RV carport people arrive to install it for me. All right, guys, that is going to do it. I am done. I'm cross-eyed. I'm sick of this. But anyway, here is the pad. After weeks and weeks of working on it, that is about as level as I can possibly get it with my amateur skills. You saw that I'm just under the 50-hour mark, so I'm going to be doing maintenance on the tractor here shortly. I used my neighbor's laser level to check it. It's within a couple inches. Well, it's better than that, but I don't know how this sand is going to settle once it rains. But it's good enough. The carport folks that are going to come install the carport want it less than 3 inches front to back on a 40-foot carport. So I'm taking you down here so you can see from ground level. It's pretty level and flat. Someone who's better than I could probably get it better than that, dead level, but I'm not that good. So this is how it's going to end here. The next time you see this, there will be a carport on it. But I just wanted to wrap up this video. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video, and so I wanted to get something up for you guys. And anyway, thanks for your patience. I will be doing more videos in the future with projects, but just this has been the focus. This has been, you know, my kids have taken some focus, but this has been a big project, and it's taken all my focus to try to just knock this out before it gets too blistering hot. And so we're finally there, and the carport should be delivered and installed within the next week or 2. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.